Okay. Just wait for it to pop up on mine. There we go. We are officially live. Hello, everybody.
We made it. I can't believe it.
Slight technical difficulties.
Why am I not seeing it on my screen? Oh, wait, there we go. I gotta go. I'm sorry, Corey. I have to skip the commercials. You have to forgive me.
Skip the ads.
Skip the ads. Sorry.
Yeah.
Normally I don't do that. Normally I let them run for.
That's fine.
Sorry.
Skip the ads. Let's see. All right. I'll say hi to everyone. A few of you have been in here for a while. Let's see. Melissa.
Okay, I'm a little stressed for a second right now because I'm looking at the YouTube stream, and can you see how like all blurry and fuzzy that is and pixelated? It doesn't look like it does on my
Oh yeah, yours is kind of blurry.
It's awful. Oh my gosh. This is so terrible.
Oh wait,
oh my gosh. No, I don't
on my end.
Did it?
Oh,
it's not.
No, it went back to blurry.
Yeah, no, it's oh my gosh. It looks fine on the on the StreamYard thingy, but it looks terrible on the
Well, are you looking on your tablet? Because it could be your tablet screwing with your
But your side is fine. Your side is fine.
Yeah, because I'm checking on my PC. Let us know in chat, guys, if it's blurry.
Oh my god.
Yeah, see, on my PC, yours is looking blurry, but mine is not. I wonder why yours is not blurry.
She says it's pixelated.
Yeah.
It looks fine on my on the StreamYard stream, but it looks all pixelated and blurry on the on YouTube.
Yours. Yeah,
but yours looks fine. This is not happening.
We've had a lot of tech problems this morning.
It's gonna be kind of hard for me to show you how to do this way. Is there nothing?
It could be internet.
Oh my god.
Because you're on wireless, right?
I am on wireless, but again, honey, I'm totally clear when I look at you in my StreamYard. Just not on YouTube.
See, on StreamYard, it's a little blurry on mine, but worse on when it gets over to YouTube. I don't think it's her focus, Christy. I think it's because it's something with her connection, I would have to guess. Just because the way it's showing up.
That's quite embarrassing. But the thing that I don't understand is when I've streamed just on my channel when I've done live stream, and I stream from my phone, it looks fine. It never looks like this.
Yeah, because the phone's not running through this. No, she's not on her phone. To use StreamYard, right. You got to use the...
It does get worse when I move it, which means coloring is going to be really interesting, because if I start going, it's going to be like, oh. Well, I will tell you what. She says something is adjusting on it. It will get blurrier and then go back to barely blurry. I don't know. You tell me what you want to do, girl.
Yeah, because it's going blurry in and out even when your hand isn't there and it's not moving. This is interesting. Yeah, we can do StreamYard on her phone, but the problem is we already tried running her phone through, and we're having some issues. But bear with us for a second, guys. Just tech problems. It happens.
I'm so sorry. It's so embarrassing.
Karen's gonna be like, I'm never doing this again. Screw this. See, and to me, I want to say it's a connection because since it's going in and out, even when you're not.
Did we actually try StreamYard through my phone? Because I don't ever remember clicking on StreamYard.
No, because your phone would not connect to
My
remember
computer.
to use to
My
your
phone would not
computer.
connect to my computer. That's right.
So that's why we didn't bother with it.
That's right.
Yeah, so that was part of the issue. Don't worry, guys. I know we're missing all the oops as I smack my camera.
It doesn't have anything to do with whether I went into the settings to do like HD or anything like that.
Yeah, go check that on your end and make sure
Is that the cam mic settings?
Yeah, go in there and make sure go to under camera, go to advanced.
Show advanced. Nope, it shows high definition 720 720p.
Yeah, do a quick speed test on your browser just to make sure it's not your internet crapping out on us.
As if I know how to do that.
Just type in speedtest.net in your other tab.
Oh my God. Okay. All right. Speedtest.net. Speed.
Well, while she's testing the speed. Hello, everyone. How's it going? It's so what we're doing is we're using StreamYard, and it normally works fine. We're just having some technical difficulties today, but we'll figure it out. Don't worry. And I know a bunch of you are in here, and I'm just gonna say blanket hellos to everyone.
Yes, hello to everybody. Oh my God, I cannot believe this is happening.
We test this, but I want to say it's internet because it's going blurry even when you're not moving it. So it's something with your connection is my best guess.
Okay, well, I know my upload speed, like when I go to upload to YouTube, it takes forever. Like an hour and a half video takes 4 hours to upload. It's ridiculous. So my download speed is showing 151, and my upload speed is showing 6.
6? Oh. Okay, well, we're not going to test mine because
but I don't know how to. I mean, I don't know that there's anything that I can do to fix that. I mean, I remember when we were talking about it earlier, and I called I called Cox, which is my internet provider, and they're like, "Oh yeah, well that's just how it is." I'm like, what the hell do I pay you for then? It was just, I was not a happy camper. So, but that just does not seem. That seems really bad.
What's funny is it's a little clearer on StreamYard, but not so much.
Yeah, it's perfect.
YouTube.
Yeah, I can see perfectly clear on StreamYard, like no problem whatsoever.
But yeah, it keeps blurring out.
I don't know, honey. Do you want to just kick me out and just go ahead and do your wonderful, lovely stream the way you normally do without me?
No.
Or okay, so the other option is that I don't color because obviously nobody will be able to see what I'm doing anyway, and I can just like walk you through it and tell you, okay, now use. I mean, maybe I'll color anyway, just because it. But you guys will just have to like not even look at what I'm doing and just pay attention to what Corey's doing. That's the only thing I can think of.
Renee said try lowering the quality in your cam setting. I mean, that will help with the upload. Try doing the
okay, all right.
The whatchamacallit. Instead of high def, just do standard def.
Okay.
It'll be a blind tutorial. Yes, Naomi. But yeah, we can try that where Karen will still color, but she'll just kind of dictate to me and we'll just see what happens.
Yeah. All right. Well, I lowered it to standard def, and it doesn't seem like it did any good. But we're just gonna. You need to put it across that fun little thingy that you can put across the
banner
bottom of the screen.
1 second, making a banner.
That's true. You could just full screen yourself, and then you won't. Then nobody has to look at my blurry.
Oops, it'd help if I could spell though when I'm writing that. Well, I have tech issues and spelling issues. Woohoo! Let's see.
Hi, Lulu. We are having.
Yeah, it's still color, Karen. I mean, it could correct itself.
Yeah, I will. We'll just do it. They're here to see you anyway, so we'll just.
They're here for you too, crazy woman.
I can watch you, and that's cool. So I'll color because you can see me, and
yes, I can see you, sorta.
So, no, on Streamyard, even on Streamyard, it's bad.
It's like blurring in and out, but not like
that's
super
so weird because it looks okay. All right, well, we're just gonna do it.
Let's just go.
We're just gonna go. All right, we're just gonna go.
So yeah, if we missed any hellos to everyone, like I said, just blanket hellos.
So much for being here in our craziness. Oh goodness.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, well, let me fix this.
Let it go. On the banner real quick. I'm shaking it off. It off. We're just gonna go.
I'm just gonna put the disclaimer. So anyone that comes in, yes, Karen's camera is blurry. We know. Maybe it'll fix itself.
Oh, phooey. All right.
I'm just adding that.
When we're doing this on the I'm frazzled now. I can't. My brain doesn't. What is this paper called, Courtney?
We are using Nina Desert Storm.
Thank you. Oh my god. Yes, we are.
Yeah, if anyone's curious, in the description to the video, I have everything we're using, including a list of the pencils so that you guys can participate or, follow back later and all that.
Yeah, and I realized I left out like any colors we were going to do for the eyes. So we'll have to add those in after. So, so I'm going to try really hard to explain what you would do if you're coloring on white paper as opposed to tan at the same time. Like we're going to start with some white right now, but you wouldn't do that if you were coloring on white paper. If you were coloring on white paper, you would leave your highlights alone and not color them. But because we're on tan, we're going to color on white paper. So I usually just start at the top.
Just in the center of the forehead?
Just in the center of the forehead. Like that's where the forehead sticks out the furthest. So that's where the light is going to hit the most. And we can always come in and go, we'll probably come in and go darker, but I just kind of want to get them established so that we don't, miss them. So right down the center of the nose, and the little circle dot on the nose. And then I think we'll do some on the top of the cheeks. We're just going to have the light source kind of coming from straight down from the top. I think we'll just make this kind of easy since she's facing totally front anyway.
Might have brought mine down too far, but it's whatever.
It's fine. No, it'll be you're good. You're fine. I'm going to put a teeny little bit on her Cupid's bow of her lip and those little, I think that's called a flurgan.
A flurgan?
A flurgan. I think it is. I don't know why that name just came into my brain. I think that's what it's called though.
Just above the lip?
Yeah, that little Yeah, I don't know. I could be wrong, but I remember it being a weird, crazy
And then are you
name.
coloring under the lip?
I am, because you're going to have a little bit of reflected light under the lip and then just a little bit on the top of the chin.
Okay.
And actually, we need to keep going because you're going to have some right here on the top of her shoulder.
And just FYI, guys, I won't be watching chat as much today because obviously I'm watching Karen. But put it in caps for a mod and they'll spam me so that I catch it. But I'm trying to follow along with Karen.
And then we'll just put a little bit on that tendon that sticks out of the neck. And I'm probably not going to put any right there. I think just the really super highlighty areas, and we'll just, the other areas that we want light, we'll use the light peach for.
Okay.
Okay, so let's put in some contours. For the contouring, we're going to use Chestnut.
Let me find my chestnut. It's in my pile here. Hang on. And then look at mine and tell me if I'm missing anything.
No, you're doing good.
Okay.
All right, so when I do the contours, I always hold my pencil pretty far back so that it ensures that the color goes on really lightly, because it's better to keep building up the color than getting too much down at one time. And it's easier to blend that color if it's really super soft. So I'm kind of almost even going on the side. Like my pencil is really horizontal to my paper.
And are you just going across the whole hairline pretty much?
I'm going across the whole hairline. We're going to kind of go all the way around on the outer edge.
Okay.
Because we want to try and get this face to look three-dimensional. And so the area around the outside of her head is further back than any of the areas in the front, so that it's kind of makes it round.
Gotcha. Okay.
So the outer part would be darker than any other, than her cheeks or anything like that. So let's just start by going around. And then another tip, one tip that I have when coloring grayscale is that you don't really want the gray or the shading, because usually you print your grayscale in gray or black ink. You're printing it in black ink,
right?
And so if you be sure to cover any of the shadows that come on the grayscale. Am I making any sense? Like this, like this shadow right here, right? It's dark because the ink printed it dark. Don't use that as your dark. You want to cover that. And when you cover those grayscale shadows on the skin with a reddish tone, like chestnut is a reddish tone, you're going to help to counteract that gray look so that the face does not look gray and flat. It has more color in it. Because I hear people say stuff like, well, when you color grayscale, the shading is done for you. And while that is true to some degree, I think that a lot of young colorists think that when they're coloring grayscale, not young, new colorists coloring grayscale, they think that they can just put the skin color down and they're done because the shading is already done for you. And you won't get a realistic skin tone if you just put down one or two colors on the skin. So I suppose this is kind of an advanced class in that I don't do my skin with just 3 or 4 colors. I mean, you saw the list. There's a gazillion colors.
Yeah, she sent me the list, and I was like, "Oh
Uh,
crap!
and
What
I
is she
don't
gonna
want that
do?"
to I don't want that to scare people off because it's really not any different than using one or a few colors. You're just laying down more color. The more colors you can lay down on the skin, the more natural the skin's going to look because skin doesn't have just.
For the eyes, where are you? Because it's
Yes, ma'am.
kind of blurry on mine. But where are you
Okay.
going on the eyes
So
exactly?
the shading, see that crease of the eye?
Uh huh.
Okay, so you're going to put your color in the crease of the eye,
Okay.
and then just a little bit up. You don't want to go all the way up to the brow because that's actually a spot where we should have put some white.
Okay.
Um, so what you're doing is you're making that crease recess back because it would be darker because it's further back into her face, basically.
Gotcha. Okay. I just couldn't tell where it was going in there, so I wanted to make sure.
Yep. Let me know when you're ready, and I'll moving on because we still got a ways to go in the contouring.
Well, you tell me. Am I caught up to you
I
enough?
think so. Yeah, I think we're good. All right.
Okay.
So now we're going to the nose can be one of the hardest parts because you want the blend to be really smooth
Mm-hmm.
with no harsh lines. So she's going to have some shading on each side of her nose because we're making that sun point be kind of coming straight down on her face. So it's going to be kind of equal in the shading that goes.
Now, the nose is always where I make my people look not human. And are we
I'm
just
wondering,
working?
I'm wondering if you're holding your pencil down far enough.
Should I
See
hold
how
it
it.
back further? Mine isn't as long as yours, so I can
Well,
only go back so far.
well, no, that's cool. That way, you're almost just letting you're not even really pressing hard. You're almost just resting the pencil on the paper and then letting the pressure that's natural. And you'll have to tell me because you can see in person better. It's hard for me to tell. Or do you feel like there's color coming
Oh,
off of
yeah,
your
yeah.
pencil? Okay, good.
It
Okay.
might not show as good on camera just yet for everyone
Right.
else because of the lighting, but you guys will see it
Right.
once
Yeah.
it's built up there.
Okay. So we'll put a little bit of shading underneath the nostril. Not under the, like, on the lip above the nose. You want to make sure
Okay.
you have a little bit of shading there. And you will, ABC coloring. Yes, it'll be available to watch
Oh, yeah, yeah, you can
in
replay
playback.
this. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So the shading in the nose can
Mhm.
be tricky. So, in fact, let's do this. Let's put a tiny little bit of white right on like the very bottom of the nose and just around the nostril. Yep, yep, yep.
Okay.
And then we're going to put this chestnut right above that.
Just above where we put the white.
Yep. And it's kind of going to go around like as if she had a little button nose, as if she had a little, like the tip of her nose you want to be lighter, and then right beside it is where you're going to get some of those shadows.
Okay.
Okay, let's do a little bit underneath the lip because that will cast a shadow. We want her to have nice full lips.
Those lips we all wish we had, but we have to live
Yeah, oh,
vicariously
no
through our pictures.
kidding. Seriously. Like, I think if that's the case, like I pick like, you only want like the most beautiful, pretty faces to color. Because you're living vicariously. Like, oh, wouldn't it be lovely to look like this? To have skin like this or hair like this.
Remember when
Right.
my skin was shiny?
Uh-huh.
There was no bags under the eyes.
No. All right, so I'm
See.
putting some of this chestnut on her neck.
Okay.
So we're kind of covering up that gray from the printing. And it's going to be darkest right underneath her chin, kind of in this little crease area where her chin and her shoulder meet. And then it's going to gradually soften and get a little bit, lighter. And then we'll put just a little bit in that little V. And basically, all we're doing now is we're covering up the gray because we don't want the gray to show through.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right. So, okay. So I'm not a super expert here.
On the shoulder.
I'm not, but Grazia has it kind of shaded here, so that's what I'm gonna do too.
And are you not right at the edge of the shoulder, but where the grayscale starts, kind of?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. So that little bit that's lighter is kind of like reflected light.
Right.
So I always do my reflected light not as bright as my direct light. So that's why we put white here because that's like direct light. And this light will just be a lighter color than everything else because I don't think it would be quite as bright.
All right. And is mine dark enough on your end?
It looks good, yes.
Okay.
And then I'm just kind of putting, this part might be a little bit tricky because she's put in the shadows of the leaves for us, which is really nice because, shadows just, I still feel like I'm not very good with shadows. Of course, it looks like it just covered them all up. So, so instead of doing that, oh my God, I did. I just like totally covered up. But it would be a little bit darker.
Della, it's not her autofocus. It's we're thinking it's her upload speed on her internet. Most likely causing the issue because it's even wonky on our end. So it's something internet.
Yeah. I'm so sorry. I feel like I let everybody down. Oh.
So you guys are gonna watch me, and she'll be talking me through it.
Yep. Watch Corey. Don't watch me.
I mean, it was kind of the live stream was her teaching me, but she, we had planned on us actually seeing her do it. Instead, now you guys are gonna be like, "Whoa, well, we're gonna watch Corey do this." Okay.
Yep, you are. Oh, and seriously, I always forget the ear. How do I always forget the ears. It's crazy. So I put a little bit of color there inside.
Okay, so just on the inside of the ear?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, we might come back and do some more shading on the nose, but for now we're gonna leave it.
Okay.
And I sometimes bring in Sienna Brown now. So don't do anything yet. I'm just gonna try and decide if that's what we want.
Which color was that one?
The Sienna Brown. You know what? Let's do some Sienna Brown.
Oh wait,
I have to grab it. We have 2 hours to kill. We've got to make this. We've got to stretch this out.
Hang on, I got to grab my Sienna Brown. That was not in the pre-approved list.
Oh yes, it was. Are you sure?
I don't know. I might have missed it. All right.
You might be right.
I got mine. So where's the Sienna Brown going?
It's basically going everywhere where we just went. We're just gonna, and actually maybe now I'm debating on whether we should do this after. There's so many different ways, right? Like you get a different look with your skin depending on the order that you
Right.
yeah. So I might be changing my mind.
Oh wait, yours just went
So
clear on my StreamYard. I
oh
wonder.
well, I don't know. It's been clear on my StreamYard all along, but it's still pretty. Oh, well, it
Oh
looks
no, it's
decent
clear
on.
on YouTube.
It
Can you
is.
guys see it?
Oh my god.
Ta-da!
Okay, let's just pray that it stays
No,
that
nobody
way.
say anything.
Oh my god! Don't
scare it
move!
away.
Don't move!
Don't scare it. There we
All right.
go.
I'm going to change my mind, and we're not going to use Sienna Brown yet. We might use that to warm things up a little bit. So
Okay.
let's switch to the
No
the
one
peach.
sneeze.
I know, right? Okay, so all
find
of
my
that,
peach.
all that I've been doing so far, if you were going to work on white paper, would be exactly the same, except for putting the white down first, which really you could if you wanted to, but you just wouldn't really be able to
Wouldn't
see
see
what you're
it,
doing.
yeah.
So the difference now is that I'm going to put down peach. Here, I'm going to show you why. I'm going to put down peach first. If you're doing white paper, you're going to go straight for the light peach. And here's why. So as I put down the peach on the tan paper,
Peach,
it looks
right?
really,
Not light peach.
Yep, peach, correct.
Okay.
It looks really nice. And it looks, I don't know, it looks right. If I were to go straight for light peach on the paper, I don't know how well you can see this or not, but it's really, really pale and white.
Gotcha.
If I put peach down on white paper, it's really dark. I don't know how it's not showing as dark on screen as it looks in person.
Right.
But if I put light peach down on white paper, sorry, something was underneath my, that looks much more correct for skin tone.
Gotcha.
So,
okay.
When you're doing tan paper, use peach. When you're using white paper, use light peach. That's going to be my recommendation for that.
It's good because not everyone is using the Desert Storm today.
Correct. And if they were to put this straight peach down on their white paper, it would look completely different.
Like, Karen, what are you doing to us?
All right. So this is going to go, you're going to sort of blend it into the white, but not a lot. You still want to kind of leave your highlight white.
So how far into the white are we going?
It's just a you want to cover the edges of the white, but don't go in and color over the white. You just want to.
And I assume it's all light pressure as you're putting it down.
It is, yeah. And I just find that, especially on this paper, I don't know why, but it just feels like it takes the light pressure so nicely and just real smooth. Lisa, what Tuscan Red, honey? We didn't use Tuscan Red yet.
Yeah, we haven't done Tuscan Red yet. The list that's on the description is not exactly the order we're working in. That's
We used Chestnut, not Tuscan Red, if that's what you're talking about for the contours. We used Chestnut.
Oh, she meant Chestnut. So she meant Chestnut and not Tuscan Red.
Oh, she did. Good. I'm so glad, because I'm sitting here thinking, oh my God, did she use Tuscan Red? I would be like, I don't know how to help her fix that one. We'd be doing something completely different.
Yeah. So you do go over not the Tuscan Red. You go over the Chestnut as you're
Yes.
blending it out. Yeah.
Correct. Yes. Thank you. Yes.
That's what she meant to ask. Now I got to catch up to Karen. Karen moves like lightning fast.
Sorry, I'll slow down.
Gosh, Karen, we can all see you now.
I'm sorry.
But like I said, guys,
I'll just slow down.
We'll try to keep up with chat, but this one's a little unique to where I'm literally like watching Karen and trying to, color along here. So a lot will get missed in chat, but please don't take it personal. And we might take little breaks for Q&A type thing. But yeah, we're just trying to keep it.
Paul, if you hold your pencil down further, as far back as is comfortable for you, it will be easier to use light pressure, because you can't, when you're holding your pencil way up close to the lead, it's really easy to push too hard. But if you hold it way back, it's much harder to press hard and easier to get your light pressure.
And you're bringing that close to the nose, I saw on that one side.
Yeah, we're almost going all over the whole
face. Okay.
Face.
So I'll probably need
just
to come out more on this.
Just not over the white,
Okay. So then on the, oh my gosh, where's my directions? On the left side, are you bringing that out too? Pretty far. I might have missed that.
Wait, I'm sorry. Yeah, just go. Yeah, go ahead and bring that. We're almost covering the whole face with this.
Okay. Gotcha. All right, so I'll bring that out too. Oh my gosh, is my YouTube hubby here? I didn't even notice. Ryan, my dear. All right. Don't mind me, Karen. I'm just going to be slow.
No, you just keep going, and I'm just kind of keeping going too. I'm just kind of...
just keep going. Just keep going.
Oh my God.
Karen's like, never again, Corey. Do not ask me again.
No, I was the video hasn't come out yet, but it just reminded me, because I was just talking about this on a recent video that I filmed, when I'm filming the what am I doing? Oh, the bunny, the rabbit, right?
What am I making?
The rabbit. But so they're all filmed. They just haven't all uploaded yet. I uploaded one that was supposed to go up yesterday, and I looked, and it was like no views. It had 0 views, and then 0 views for half the day. And I'm like, what is going on? And YouTube somehow just it posted that it was up on my channel, but it wasn't. It had frozen in something. Anyway, it never got posted. So I had to cancel the upload and re-upload it. But my point was that I was talking about this. We had watched The Meg. I think it was called The Meg. It was with Jason Statham, about this giant megalodon shark. Which is not my kind of movie. I do not watch those kind of movies. But it was on, and Steve's like, there's nothing else on. Let's watch it. I'm like, okay.
You're like, are you sure there's nothing else?
So here's Jason Statham, going, he's down swimming trying to get this giant shark. And what does he say in the movie? And had me cracking up. he goes, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just like Dory from Finding Dory. And I'm like, oh my God, I cannot believe that Jason Statham is quoting Disney movies in his own movie. And it was funny because I say that all the time in my head when I'm like struggling with something and I'm like, it's not going the way I want it to go, and I'm like, oh, I'm getting all frustrated and I just like, I start going, just keep swimming, to tell myself to keep going because
Now
you
with
just gotta
her
keep going.
with her arm, are you coloring in basically her whole arm other than the
I
white?
basically am. Yeah,
Okay.
sorry.
No, you're fine. I just want to make sure I'm.
I get carried away. I'm in a zone when I color and I forget like the whole world around me. And it's like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to be teaching Corey how to do this.
I'm like, I think I got this.
You got it. You got it. You got it.
You can just look over at mine and tell me what I need to fix. I haven't colored her nose yet, though. Have you colored the nose?
Yeah, kind of. But it's cool because kind of at this point, I'm just moving my pencil around and, no, you're good.
Okay.
I will say it looks like, no, because we're going to throw some light peach on here too. So we can use light peach as the transition between your peach and your white on your shoulder. It looks pretty good. I would bring some of that, her that tendon in her neck looks a little bit like bright. So I would soften that line a little bit.
Okay. She's just got an extra pronounced collarbone thing going on.
No, it looks good.
Thanks, Naomi. Skin is my nemesis. So I was like, hey, Karen, it would be fun coming on here and teaching me this live. I'll have you guys know Karen has taught me a lot of skin, like just privately, but I was like, let's make this fun and you can just totally watch me flop live.
No, you're not flopping. It's looking good. The fun part is going to come in when we start adding the purple.
Yeah, I saw purple in your list and I was like, what are you doing? This is not right.
That is going to be those colors that the Sienna Brown, which is kind of an orangey yellow color. And actually I might even throw in some mineral orange and make you just really, really throw off your world. But the purples and the oranges and the yellows, like we haven't added any yellow yet. That's where your skin goes from. That's where your skin goes from kind of flat, because right now she kind of still looks pretty flat.
Yeah.
So adding in all of those yummy colors is what is going to. Oh no! I went blurry again.
Oh no! Oh wait, we're getting into the scary stuff.
You know what? While you're working, I'm going to just go double check. It's probably not. He's probably not on the computer because he doesn't usually do that in the morning. But I'm just going to double check and make sure that he's not
using your bandwidth.
Using the internet. Yeah, using the bandwidth.
I'll just sit here and add some peach.
Okay, he's not. So I don't know what the hell is going on. Well, it was fun while it lasted.
It'll come back.
That's true. Or watching Netflix. Yeah, we don't want him watching any kind of TV.
You go out there, turn that off. I am busy. No fun for you. I already told my kids, I was like, why is your Xbox on? I'm about to live stream. All this must turn off. Go outside. Do chores. I don't care what you do. All right. How's mine looking?
It looks good.
Okay.
Let's put some peach, some blush colors in there.
Okay.
Let's see. What do we want to use for that? It all depends on how pink we want those cheeks.
This is where I always mess mine up and she looks like a...
So some of the colors that I use for cheeks. Sometimes I use henna. Sometimes I use mahogany red. That would be for the outer part of the cheek.
Okay.
Sometimes I use nectar or blush pink. No, not blush pink. We don't want blush pink. We want regular pink.
Yeah, I think pink was on your list.
So we can use any of those combinations. It just depends on if you want her to have pink cheeks or if you want her to have more natural blush type cheeks. So do you have any? Let's go with. Let's start with henna and nectar.
Henna and nectar.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So the henna is going to go on the very outer part of the cheek.
Oops, got a little crumb on there.
And I'm putting a little bit of it here because it looks like that would be in shadow.
Down by the leaves.
Yeah. And then we're going to use nectar.
How far out did you bring the henna?
Just a little ways. Like what you have, I think is fine.
Okay.
You can always like keep building back. Like you can put your nectar down and go, oh, I think it needs a little bit more of that henna. You just kind of like, I'm always switching back and forth with my pencils. I don't tend to do one color and then the other color. I'm always switching back and forth. So the nectar came out probably to like the edge of the eyeball.
The edge of the eyeball. Okay. It's hard to see because you went blurry on us again.
I know. I'm sorry.
She's going to be like, let's break out the purples. I'm like, wait.
Oh, God. No kidding. I'm going to just add a little bit more henna.
Up there. Okay. Now, is the henna coming all the way from where her ear and cheek line are or just outside of it?
It's coming. Say that again. Is it coming from where? I can see you, so point.
Is it coming right here from the edge of her face?
Okay. Yes.
Now I got that darn just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. That's going to be in my head all day. And I got a really long car ride after this.
You know what? It's a good, that applies to life, doesn't it? Like,
yeah.
Just keep swimming, man. You keep going and trying, and it's just not just with coloring and art. It's everything. You just keep swimming.
Don't worry, guys. She might unblur again. We had a good solid 10 minutes of no blur.
Paul, I would love to go to Corey's house. One of these days I'm going to show up on her doorstep with my overnight bag, and
we'll try this again live for real. All right, and then same thing on the other side.
Yep, same thing on the other side. And then we're going to add some light peach.
I'm still on my henna and nectar, but I'm slow. Don't worry. I will catch up.
It's all good.
Do you need to smooth that up, Manny? All right.
Like, as you're looking at your page, how do you feel about it so far? Are you happy? Do you feel good? Do you feel like, oh, this looks good? Are you happy?
I think so. I think I need to smooth out over here, but I'll wait till we add more layers before I do that.
Yeah.
It might change.
It might. We're going to add some light peach.
Okay.
That will help to do that as well. So.
Okay. So where do we start with the light peach?
So that's a good question. I'm not going to take it all the way up to the very outer edge. I'm
Okay.
going to kind of use it to um, blend and transition between the, well, maybe we will take it all the way out.
All the way to the top.
Yeah, I think we're going to use this kind of as a as a
Instead of a
blender.
blender. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So what that peach did was in laying down that peach first, it kept this light peach from being super bright.
And then how far down are you bringing the peach? Because I know we have the white here, or the light peach.
You can actually go over the top of it if
Okay.
you want. Just don't use too much pressure.
Right.
But then that way you don't have to worry about how do I, because your white is kind of there, so your highlight is already established pretty well.
Okay.
And then we're gonna like I'm probably blurry, so you can't see, but when you use this light peach over everything, it's going to smush all your colors together, and it's going to blend out that area that you felt like was too
too harsh. Okay.
Was too harsh.
And are you bringing this over the nose as well and all that?
Yep. It's funny. I'm coloring right now in a way that I never color. Like, I don't hold my pencil like this when I color. And I'm doing this and I'm going, what are you doing? Why are you coloring like that? And I think it's because I'm paranoid of making sure that you guys can see what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's why I had to angle my camera to the right so my hand wasn't like,
yeah,
hi,
this feels so much better. Like, oh my God, why was I doing that? That was so weird. Okay.
Hello, Kirsty. I actually got to say hello to someone because I caught it off the corner of my eye. Oh my gosh, I really am going to be singing that Finding Dory song. It's stuck in my head now. Like what we've
It's
done.
really bizarre. I'm thinking about moving some of my lighting because when I'm looking at even the whatchamacallit stream, the StreamYard,
Uh-huh.
it looks all washed out and weird, and it's not. I mean, I can there's lots of color down on my page, but for some reason you can't. Maybe if I try changing my.
I mean, mine is pretty bright and it wouldn't let me adjust the brightness settings this
It looks
morning.
totally gray. Like when I look at the StreamYard thing, my page looks totally like there's no color on it. That's so weird.
Well, for the brief second, it wasn't blurry. I could see it.
I don't know. I'm just like, oh my God, this is so not a good example of. If you want to see me color skin and not have problems, you can go to my YouTube
her
channel.
channel has some great ones.
And see it there.
For some reason, that picked up some black ink.
Just is awful.
Yeah,
really bad. I'm so glad they could see yours because yours looks beautiful.
It only looks good because I'm copying you from what I can see.
Yeah.
That's why you can just tell me if I need to add. There is black coming off this Prismacolor. This is not.
I hate it when that happens.
I'm gonna sharpen it out.
Yeah, yeah.
Ignore the noise. But yeah, there's black coming off that lead.
We love our Prismas, but they do have their
at first I thought it
problems
picked it up
sometimes.
Thank you guys for being so patient with us and hanging out and chatting amongst yourselves because I know we can't really interact while we're trying to do this, but still good laughs.
Yeah, you just have to ignore my page because it literally, even now when I look at it on StreamYard, it looks like I haven't put any color down on the page. It looks like it's practically black and white. It's just
See, I can see
bizarre.
color on yours. Wow, this one is
Can
really
you?
putting off black, and I can't see where it is on the lead. I might have to go get one of my spares. Of course, my art room is across the house now.
Don't leave me.
Karen's on her own. I gotta go replace this peach. What is going on? Let me just see if I can work it out on this piece of paper. No, this thing has straight. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it has
yeah, I can see it. That's awful.
You see that black coming out?
Sharpen one more time.
Yeah, let me see. Let's see, because it's leaving black little streakies all over my gal. Luckily, you guys can't see those, but I can, so they're annoying me. Let's see if it's
just so
okay.
bizarre.
I think it's gone now. Well, welcome to Prisma and their quality control. We've got pencils not working. We got cameras being blurry.
Oh God, it's awful.
What's next? What is next? I don't want to ask that though. A good thing this is real wood, so I'm going to knock on that. So
I'm going to have you also, when you're finished doing what you're working on, I'm going to have you soften out your chin highlight so that it's just a little bit more subtle than that. Yep.
Yes, I felt it was a little too white. She put on a lot of highlighter today. She just really wanted to stand out.
And if you have to use peach to do that, you can use the peach to do that too.
Might have to, because the light peach isn't really gonna dent that. It's so easy to go overboard though with your white on these Desert Storm papers. But the beauty is, like, you accidentally cover it up, you can just add it back on top. No one has to know.
Yep.
It's like, what? There was no. It's good. Well, thank you guys for all of the sweet comments. You guys are awesome. I'm only doing this because Karen's teaching me. Trust me.
Nonsense.
All right. It's so pretty.
It's so it just looks so bad. Like, where's all the color in this? Like, it's not even showing up. I don't know.
Could just
anyway,
be your lighting.
I'm gonna let it go. But it's not, because no matter what, it's still not. That still doesn't look like I have as much color on my page as you have on yours, but it's not showing up. So,
huh.
All right. It's okay. It's okay.
Maybe the black was from Henna. No, it was in the lead, because if you saw me scratching it down here, it's in the lead. It was definitely black. Sorry, I'm still softening up this little white chin that doesn't want to soften.
Well, you can still it can still be lighter. It looks better than it did before.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks.
I can always go tinker with it later. All right. Is there anything else I need to adjust?
I think I would like you to have some more chestnut. I think you need. Okay, so let's take your chestnut and do you see how you have? You probably can't even see me, but you see how you have a heavy line running down her. Yes. So you want to try and soften that so that it gradually blends outwards over the nose. Yep. So that there's not a harsh line of demarcation. You want that to be really smooth so that it looks like it's just blending bring that color into on top of the nose.
On top of the nose. Okay.
Yes. I'm going to tell you to hold your pencil back further and kind of go ahead and use it on its like, so that the pencil is almost parallel to the paper, so that your fingers are almost touching the paper. Yep.
Okay.
And then just lay that color especially, let's start up at the top. Go up to the top.
Up here?
There you go. Yep. Now take your color and start to blend that almost like you're going to blend it all the way into the center of the nose. Don't be afraid of putting that color on top of the bridge of the nose.
Like that.
Yes, and continue to do that on the whole thing so that it's, yes, you want it to be darkest on the very sides, but you also want that dark color to just work its way up until it meets that white line that you have down the center of the bridge of the nose. And yes, I saw somebody ask if that's for pressure, to keep the pressure down. And yes, that is to keep the pressure down so that you can add a lot lighter of a layers, so that you're not freaking out and going, oh my gosh, I got it too dark, because you really can't get it too dark when you do that.
Bye, hubby. I'll text you later. I saw Ryan was leaving. All right.
I'm going to have you add even more of that dark up between the eyes, in this over the top of the nose, over the top of the bridge of the nose. Because when you think about it,
up here,
the area between the area between the eyes on the bridge of the nose is set back on the face further than the area at the tip of the nose.
So like straight across right here.
Yeah, so you're going to go ahead and you can have some darker colors in between the eyes.
So scary. How many people are doing this along with us? Just curious. Okay.
Okay, now can you see where I'm pointing? Do you see your dark? Do you see your dark line that's right along here?
Yeah.
Yes. So you want to soften that out. You don't want any definitive lines.
Okay. And do I soften it towards over her nose?
Over her nose, and also, like right now, the way from what I can see, you've got it's wide, and then it gets skinny, and then it gets wide again. Do you see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you've got the skinniest part right here, and then it gets wide. You want to shrink that wide part by darkening your colors
on the
all in here. Yeah, all in here. Bring it right up on top of the nose.
Okay.
Because you can totally change the shape of a nose by your lights and your darks. So right now, her nose looks really wide at the top between her eyes.
Right.
Because, so there you go. Bring that dark in there. There you go. And keep doing that. And then on the other side too, where you've got your dark line on the other side, go ahead and bring that shading all the way to the edge of the eye as well.
Edge of the eye. Like that.
Yep, keep going, because I can still see a dark line of a line of darkness.
Okay, I gotcha.
Keep going on top of the bridge of the nose. A little bit lower.
Oh, little,
right between the eyes.
Oh, okay.
Right in here. Because, like, if you touch your face, that point right between your eyes on the nose is the part that is the closest back to your brain. You know, it's deep, and then the nose starts to get further and further and further away as it comes out. So that point between the eyes is always going to recede further back than any other part of the
nose.
face, basically. So that is, if you make that dark, that will make that bit recede, and then the nose will look like it's coming out because it gets lighter as it comes out.
Got a little dusty that's in my way. All right. Closest to your brain, yes. It is a good way to put it, though. Best description. Just push on that thing closest to your brain. All right. Am I looking any better?
Yeah, you're looking better. How do you feel?
I feel like I'm coloring skin.
Put some dark in under the, right in there where your pencil is. So right above the crease of the eye and right underneath the eyebrow, but only about like a quarter of the way.
So not all the way to the eyebrow.
Well, I mean only a quarter of the way above the eyebrow. So only to like, right.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Like right there. Yeah, like right in there. Get
just
some
in
dark
that
all in
spot
there.
is what you meant. Okay.
Yep.
And do I need to do that on the other side as well?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. See, isn't Karen such a good teacher? She's so patient, too. What's funny is she was probably super nervous about this, but I was actually more nervous because I gotta learn how to do skin on live stream. This is crazy. Then you guys are gonna watch me like, wait, what? As long as it comes out looking human, we're okay. It's actually a little crummy there, but okay. How is that?
I think it looks pretty good.
It'd be so much nicer if Karen's would show up.
I know, right?
There's this funny spot on mine, and it's actually not my pencil, it's the paper. Because you know how this Desert Storm has those?
Yeah, I have a beauty mark here too.
Yeah, I got something funky like right there, and it's the paper.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is not my problem.
Okay. I'm debating on whether we should go to the eggshell or go to the purple. I want to get the purple in. I want to make sure get some purple colors in. So let's do that. We're going to use black grape and grade lavender.
Look at my tiny little grade lavender.
I love these. I'm so like into these for Prismacolors.
I had a bunch.
Because they're super easy to use. Like they're so just like quick and easy to throw on and off. I love them.
Yeah, the ones that slide in and out.
Yeah, instead of and those twisty ones with that rough.
Oh no, screw that thing. I threw mine out.
No, right?
No, those are wrong.
No. Those these things work really well for that though. Let me show you these. I don't know if I used to use these when I first started coloring. They're little finger sleeves. And
I should probably get those.
And they come in two different sizes. So one is the size for your thumb and one is for your, and it totally like prevents that awful
that metal thing from tearing up your hand.
That, but also like I think all colorists know about that awful callus that you get on your. Those help prevent that.
I'm surprised I actually don't. Well, no, I have one. It's just not showing on camera for you guys to enjoy.
All right, so black grape.
Let's see. Paul says I should show Karen how to do hair, and Karen should do skin.
Yes.
We'll have a trade-off.
Except I suspect that I would have the same problem with the stupid. Yeah, I don't know.
Have to work out some things.
we're going to use this black grape. And again, this is one of those times when you really want to use light pressure.
And we're going just
And we're
along the
going to do,
hairline.
these are basically going to be our shadows. So yeah, we're going to go along the hairline.
How far out from the hairline are we just staying along the hairline?
You know, you have to, it's, I don't know, half an inch maybe. I don't know. It goes by, I don't know. Yeah, about a half an inch, I guess.
Goes by a feeling.
It goes by a feeling.
If she starts looking purple, you've gone too far.
Yeah, but what I love about this black grape color is that it's kind of it's a reddish purple. So it's really pretty with the orangey tones that you get with skin. We're going to use our colorless blender after we get all these colors down and smush everything all together.
Oh, that's Tammy and I's favorite word. Smush. Smush. Paul, best idea I've had all week. Well, I am glad Karen came today, although she's probably regretting it with the camera problems.
I'm not regretting it. I'm bummed. I really am.
We will figure it out next time.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Dee Dee. That was very kind of you.
Yes, Karen does amazing for, like, she's been doing that one cat one. That one freaked me out when you did the eyes, though, because then it looked like that cat was staring me down. It's like, listen, cat, we have no problems.
What is Paul saying? Look at my camera footage. No, we know that we know that it's awful, Paul. I don't know. It's been awful through this whole stream except for about 5 minutes.
Yeah, it did go clear for a second and teased us.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's just, you just have to watch Corey. You're not really here to watch. You're not here to watch me. All right, so I went all the way kind of around. I went anywhere where there was going to be some pretty heavy shadow. And actually, I missed this area kind of underneath the rose. I think we'll do that. And then I want to put some underneath the nose. Actually, I think I missed putting the peach or the light peach on her nose. I think I totally missed doing that. So I'm just going to do that right now.
I put it on mine.
Well, you're a good girl. You're a good girl.
I was like, hey, Karen, does this go here? You're like, yeah. And then you don't do it on yours.
Yeah.
I'll just keep adding purple.
Okay. When you feel like you have enough, it's hard for me to, it's honestly, it's hard for me to even to tell how much you have on there.
I mean, I'm not doing a ton of it, but I've got it, kind of in the.
Can you see it?
Yes.
Do you feel like you can see it? Okay.
Yes, I can definitely see it.
Okay, cool. Then we'll use some grade lavender with that as well. And then we're going to do some eggshell.
Okay.
All right. So the grade lavender, basically, you're just a little bit. You can kind of in between use it as a blend. How do I explain this? Sorry. Don't completely cover up the black grape.
Okay.
But cover up a little bit more of the skin. So you're kind of going to use it as a mid transition. Just a little bit. We don't want to go too far. We don't want to turn her purple. We just want to add.
We're not doing a fantasy skin today.
No. That is one of those things that I have never been able to do. My brain doesn't compute that way.
I
And
actually do. Well,
I can never make it look right.
Well, I can do it because that's usually what happens when I'm trying to make real skin. It turns I'm like, oh. Okay, well, I guess we're having green skin today, guys. Totally intentional, sure.
I tried to do skin the way Monia Mitchell Gates does skin. Several times I tried to follow her tutorials with her blue and green bases.
Yep, the green never went away.
I cannot, no, never. I'm like, this is insane. That woman is, I would say she's a witch, but I don't want it to come out sounding, I don't want it to, so she's like magic. Like, I don't know how she achieves what she achieves with those colored pencils, but dang.
I did the green base once and the green was just there. I was like, wait, my green's not going away. Where am I going wrong? It's still green. Yeah, straight up alien.
Paul, my favorite coloring books, that's hard because I do a lot of PDFs, but Anastasia Koldareva, I have all of her books, even though I haven't colored in all of them.
Same. Except
Let's see,
Amarantine. I haven't gotten that one yet.
I have spent so much money on coloring books that I haven't colored in. It's just sick. It's ridiculous.
That's like everybody in the chat
I know,
right now.
I know. So I said, that's it. I'm not buying any more coloring books, and I'm not even buying any more PDFs because I have so many PDFs that I haven't colored yet, even that it's like,
thanks,
that's it.
Dee.
I'm done. I gotta color what I have before I can. And right now, all I seem to want to do is
pet portraits.
Do portraits and animal portraits, and so it's like, all right, woman, you got to do some more coloring.
She's on a kick. That's why I was like, hey, do you want to come color a portrait? Is it an animal?
I don't know. It's been an awfully long time since I've colored skin. I don't know if I remember how. All right, we're gonna add some eggshell whenever you're ready.
I'm ready.
Add some eggshell. All right, so the eggshell is almost gonna go all over the whole thing. Do I want to use it over the purple? Yeah, you could even use it. We're going to use eggshell. Yep. You can use the eggshell to kind of blend everything.
Okay, this one has black in it too. Oh, you know why? Because I grabbed my light peach and not my eggshell.
Oops.
But that would explain it. Because I was like, where is this black coming from? I have 2 defective pencils. No, it's just my light peach. Just gonna have some black marks. All right. And we're just going everywhere with this?
We're just going to use everywhere. We're going to just use this to blend everything.
Okay.
Yep. And you'll see she'll start to kind of look like, oh, she looks like she's, glowy from, she looks like she's glowy now, from the sun or.
I'm only glowing when I walk outside and get all nice and sweaty and come back inside. Like, look at my glow, everybody. As I'm huffing and puffing walking down the street. It's glorious. See, the eggshell kind of tones down the peachies.
Yep.
Peachiness. Yeah.
Yep.
Trying to
she
find
doesn't
my words.
look so pink. So,
Yeah, because Prismas, I've noticed, make very pink skin.
The best eraser.
I have the
I love my.
matte.
Yeah,
we
me
have the
too.
same one. This one.
Yep. And also this one.
It's been voted twice. Yeah, that one for the
I
details.
love my mono eraser. Yep.
Karen and I have the same sharpener too, because I copied her.
We do. Yep. We do.
Right down to the same color. Yeah, that's not weird at all. Yep. In all fairness, we didn't know we had the same eraser. I knew we had the same sharpener though, because I was like, which one are you using? And then she sent it to me and I was like, oh, that green is so cute. And that's the green she has. I'm like, well, I'm just going to be that weirdo. We're going to copy each other on that.
It's all right.
The sharpener is an matte also. I think I put it in my description for this video, actually, because I knew Karen and I both would be using it, so it applied.
Although I'm really surprised I haven't had to use my sharpener once.
I only had to get that nasty black off my peach, but it's still there, yeah. So I'm gonna have to, well, get a hold of Blick and ask for them to replace that one, because that's an open stock one I bought.
They're really good about
oh yeah,
about fixing problems. I ordered a bunch of pastel pencils and they showed up at my door in a plastic bag, all loose, right? They're pastel pencils, like not color pencils, pastel pencils, which are like super easy to break.
Like how they send them.
Yeah, just loose in a plastic bag in the crappiest bubble wrapped envelope. And I took them out of the bag and all the tips had been broken off. And I'm like, oh, hell no. Like I could just like with my x-ray vision see the cords all broken inside. I'm like, no, that's not happening. So I called customer service and they did have me send them back.
Right.
Which was fine, you know. But when the new set came, it was like quadruple bubble wrapped in a box. Like they were really, really well wrapped. So I think from now on, when I make an order on Dick Blick, if it's something that I know is going to be like delicate, I'm just going to order it, you know, through the on the phone instead of just online and give special instructions on how to package it.
Yeah, like they send my open stock Prismas in just a baggie, and I'm like, well, whatever. But yeah, I mean, if they did that to any of the more expensive ones, but I've already had to call them before because I've had some broken cores, or like in the case, you know, with black in it, and they're pretty good about. The bummer is I stock up and then I might not use it for a few weeks or months, but they still honor it. Like there's been one I came back 2 months later and I was like, hey, I finally got to use this, and it was black and or it has a broken core, and they're like, oh, okay, we'll send you a replacement. Like, so they're actually really good about doing that stuff. I mean, their shipping is crap, but whatever. Okay.
All right. So I'm
looking
at your cheekbone. Okay. When you look at it in person, do you have a very heavy line between the white and the yeah, is that a pretty heavy line between the white and the colored part?
You're talking like this here?
Yes. Yes.
No, in person it's not. On camera
it's smoother.
it is.
Okay,
yeah.
Good. Okay. All right.
Because you can actually, this is white here. This is like a mixture of the light peach and eggshell, and then it smooths in. But the brightness on my camera is making it look darker. Okay.
Cool. All right. I'm thinking, do I want Sienna? I know I didn't tell you burnt ochre, or maybe I did tell you burnt ochre. All right, don't do anything yet. It was not on the list. Are you sure? I have it out, so maybe I just like forgot. I don't know.
I copy pasted.
I'm looking. Yeah. Okay. Hang on. I'm just.
It's fine. I got my Prismas next to me.
Dang, you're right. It's not okay, but hang on. I'm just going to test. I'm just going to check and see which one of these I want to use, because basically what this will do is give her a tan.
It is the end of summer, you know. She should probably look like she got some vitamin D.
I'm just not sure if I want to use Sienna Brown or ochre. Really either one. Let's do Sienna Brown, I guess.
Sienna, let me find it. I know I pulled it out somewhere. Hang on. Okay. So where are we putting that one?
We're just going to kind of put it, I almost want to say everywhere.
Just really,
just
really
a
lightly.
really light layer. Yep. And it's just going to warm it up a little bit more. It won't be as yellow, but it'll still be nice and warm. And then I think I want to add a little bit more pink to her cheeks, and then we'll do eyes and lips and stuff because we're.
And yes, guys, my pencil is taped to another pencil, but this is what I do when it's too short to fit into my sharpener, in case anyone's wondering why there's a big piece of tape.
Do you find that that tape holds it well enough? I always glue it with super glue.
I'm too impatient for that, but I mean, like, they sharpen down to, like, see, that's my last one before I pulled it off.
I'm surprised that it doesn't wobble, like the tape doesn't.
As long as you, if you get it on there
tape.
tight. Yeah. I did the glue, but I was just too impatient. But also the glue, if it wasn't, if you let it sharpen down to the glue, it would. Oh, Karen is clear again. Whee!
Oh, I'm clear, but I'm still
gray,
all washed out. Like it still looks like I haven't put any color on my page at all.
She's literally doing grayscale right now for you guys. This is how we do grayscale skin. Oh. But yeah, the glue, I accidentally got into one of my sharpeners once and screwed it up, whereas the tape just kind of disappears, I guess you could say. I don't know.
Really? Interesting.
But yeah, I can sharpen down to the point where I'm totally fine just throwing it away. I like how everyone announces in caps, "You're clear! We can see you!
You can see me, but you can't, like...
You can't see her color.
Wait, it looks like the color kind of...
It's sort of there.
It's sort of there. It's not totally there, but it's sort of there. Oh, well.
I can see her cheek.
I'll post a picture so you can see what it actually looks like.
I think after this stream, we'll Instagram together our pictures. So
there you go.
You can be like, I swear there was color there.
When you're finished with
I'm slow.
It's okay.
I'm so slow.
I just want to see if this is... Yeah, I'm going to add some pink to the cheek.
Just regular old pink.
Yep, regular old pink.
I'm not used to holding my pencil a mile away, so I'm like extra.
But do you feel like it's allowing you to get a nice thin layer of that color down?
I think so, yeah. It's just I mean, I'm used to holding my pencil back.
I mean, if you try doing it your own way, because everybody, you try it and see if you're able to still get just a dusting of that color.
Right. I might do that.
Because you got to do what makes you feel comfortable. Like, doing what works for somebody else doesn't always work for, for you. So you got to do what you got to do.
Did you already put Sienna Brown down here too?
Are you? Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I'm like 5 years later. Hey guys, I'm done.
It's okay. It's okay.
Let me just really quickly tan her up.
Grandma Reese, it might look like I'm doing straight back and forth, but I'm not. I always work in circles or ovals. And I think it looks like I'm going straight back and forth because maybe my pencil was going really fast. So yeah, no, they're little ovals.
Yeah, I'm doing circle oval thingies. Depends on what angle I'm at, but there's something round being made there. And hi, Rita.
Uh-oh.
I didn't get to say hi to Rita.
I'm out of iced coffee.
Well, that's a problem.
Ah.
Blurry screen, no iced coffee. Just trying to make my gal look like she did survive summer.
You will be amazed too when we do the lips and then the eyes, how much better the skin looks.
I know that's a
Like-
problem. Skin looks scary until you like add
Yeah,
something
a
to
lot
it.
of the time I'll do the skin and I'll get to a certain point and it's like, all right, I don't know if I love this or not. I'm going to come in and put a little bit of more color underneath this nose.
I'm just
You just
adjusting.
you just keep doing what you.
Her white highlight was getting a little too white up here for me, so I'm just toning it down a titch.
Yep.
Let's see. You guys have been so awesome. I'll
I know
save a little time.
this hasn't been the most like entertaining, fun stream because I'm not
Actually,
as
it's
funny
been
as
quite
Corey
entertaining.
is.
I found this quite entertaining, actually.
Oh, good. I'm so glad. And I'm also, while you're still working, you can decide whether you want to do this or not, but I'm going to put a little bit of this chestnut underneath her eye.
Just under. I might do that because under her eyes right now look kind of just,
Yeah.
Are you going under the lash line or further under that?
I'm going further under. I'm going kind of like the full-on shape of where the eyeball would be.
Okay.
And then I think that will blend out when we use our.
Paul says you're more funny than me.
Oh, yeah. Right. No, I love you have the best streams.
Oh,
I
stop.
always laugh.
Gonna make me blush more than this chick is. Thanks, Michelle. This is your first experience in my stream.
Oh, great. Pay no attention to what's going on over here.
Welcome to your first experience. Please come back for another. I actually think tech issues are funny. So, I mean, I get a kick out of them. Some people don't, but
well, yeah, they're funny when they happen to other people.
Hey, my first stream was like, what, 4 takes? I don't know. You all were so patient, like, where I'm like, hang on, I'm going to remake it. And then you all just wait and come back to the next one. I don't know why you guys all waited. I was just like, oh, you sweethearts. And then I had to delete all those mess ups so that there was no evidence.
Right?
Like
Okay, when you're ready. Are you ready?
I think so.
You have this, right?
Oh, yes. Of course, duh. Come on.
I didn't include that in the list, but
yes, but you and I are alike, so hello.
Yes. So I don't think you need any instruction on this.
No,
just
I'm pretty
smush.
solid on this one.
Just
smush. My favorite smushing tool. I swear this is like a magic blender.
Oh gosh, seriously, what did I tell you? I was going to forget. Forget the ear.
The ear didn't get colored. Okay, what color are we using for the ear now?
I just use light peach and peach and
Let's just go through those. Let me get my peach first. I'm just gonna wing the ear.
Yeah.
It'll look like an ear.
Yep.
Of some sort. How come none of you told me my ear wasn't colored? You might have,
Oh.
and I just didn't see it because I haven't been able to watch chat, but
There's one more thing that I want to do.
okay.
Take your pink, if you put it on the cheeks, and put some on the tip of the nose.
Just like a Rudolph style, or
Yeah. Yep.
okay.
Like a Rudolph style.
Hang on, I'm still coloring an ear. I'm not as lightning quick with you as you
I'm
here.
gonna go. I'm gonna slow down.
Oh, thanks, Erica. Erica said I forgot the ear. I love you guys. All right, pink. You use just the regular pink, right?
Yep, just regular old pink.
This color freaks me out because I mean, look at this and then look at her face. You're just like,
It's not a ton.
Just channel
Just
my
a little
inner
bit. Yep.
Rudolph.
Just a little bit.
Now I'm gonna sing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer in my
No!
head.
Oh, God. I went into Hobby Lobby yesterday, and Christmas is everywhere already.
They do
And
that.
that shouldn't surprise me because when
Yeah.
I was in the home decor business, you know, it's always early. It just is
Right.
what it is. But this is the first year that I haven't been in that business, in that industry, in I don't know, 10 years. And so every other year before, I was having to think about Christmas. Now I'm thinking about Christmas. Like, what do I need to buy? And buying stuff so that I can make stuff. And, you know, it was just like Christmas, Christmas, Christmas from now until December or January. And this is the first year that I can actually enjoy Christmas just for the month of December and not have to think about like making and selling and all of that. And it's so nice.
But doesn't it like
so nice.
semi anger you when you have to go into the craft store and they have Christmas music going in August and it's like 100 outside and you're like, can
Oh
this
yeah.
just stop?
Oh yeah. Because really, I mean, I understand when they have like the crafty things.
Yeah, but they don't need the music.
Right? Don't need the music. Don't need the trees yet. Don't need the, you know, put the ribbon out, put the things that people use to make things because you know,
Yeah, you need
you
those.
start early, but don't be putting ornaments out
Or
in
Holly Jolly
August.
Christmas.
Like who seriously buys that stuff in August? I don't know. But yeah, it's going to be a super duper treat to not have to deal with or even think about Christmas until November. Whew,
nope, I'm going to enjoy my fall. It's going to be lovely.
I might actually like decorate for Christmas this year because in previous years I've not never, but I got to the point where I was working so hard and so much on Christmas during the season that when it came to decorating my own house, it was like, I'm sorry, but it's just not happening. And now I actually might, you know, decorate for Christmas. And I have my grandson. We have in this year. So even though he'll only be 8 months, 9 months by the time Christmas comes, it's
like
still
the
going to
colors.
it's still going to be better. Yeah, it's still going to be fun. Christmas is going to be cool when you have a little one.
I was so bah humbug last Christmas. Just because I was like, oh, we can't do any of the family stuff. All the traditions are out the window. Whatever. Hobby Lobby doesn't do Halloween. You know what? You're right. Now that I think of it, I've never gone in there and seen Halloween. They do fall stuff, but I don't recall ever seeing Halloween stuff.
No, they don't.
All right, I caught up with you. You blend even faster than me, woman. It's like, how much coffee have you had? I'm all.
It's just the way I work. All right, let's do lips.
Okay, what colors do I need for that?
All right, I'm going to put white down in the very center of the bottom lip, and I'm going to do it with lines. So when I color lips,
center.
Yep, when I color lips, I try and do everything with lines instead of circles.
Okay.
And then actually, I'm thinking maybe a teeny little bit.
Of course, your thing went blurry again during
Of
the
course it
details.
did. Of course it did.
It's like, I think this is right.
And then I always use Nectar as my base.
Nectar.
So we can put any kind of color on top.
Okay.
But I use Nectar as my base. And I do that with lines 2.
Are you covering the whole lip with the Nectar?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, don't press down too hard where your white was.
Okay.
Like maybe you could even
skip around the white.
Yeah, like start from the bottom and work in, start from the top and work down, and then that way your stroke is the lightest, right where the white is. We can always add more white at the end. That's the beauty of
this paper, yeah.
Tan paper.
If you have white paper, be mindful.
If you have white paper, leave your highlights.
Let's see.
Hi, Stephanie. Please excuse the horrible picture and the washed out color. Please ignore it. B, thank you. Hi, honey. How are you? Hello.
I do have the disclaimer banner running across the bottom for you.
Yes, I know. It's just every time I look up at it and I see it, it's just like so disheartening.
We shall Instagram post because my brightness is too bright, so I'm like, it's darker than it really looks. Did you already do the top lip too? My gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, no more coffee for you. Some of us have to move at a normal pace here. Some of us can only have 1 cup a day. Clearly, that cup didn't do anything.
Really? That's all I had was
Yeah. How big was that 1 cup? That's the real question.
It's only, only about this big.
Only like 18 ounces. Yeah.
Iced coffee or cold brew? Honey, what's the difference between iced coffee and cold brew?
Cold brew is actually like, so you take the grounds, put it in, you can either buy the special cold brew things or do it yourself, but it literally, you put the grounds and the water in it. The grounds are in a filter and then it sits, overnight or whatever. Yeah, that's cold brew.
That's what, In fact, I used to buy the concentrated cold brew from Trader Joe's.
Yeah.
And then I bought the Dunkin' Donuts cold brew that you put in the bags in and let it steep overnight.
Yeah, that's pretty much what you're doing.
And then I found Walmart has a Walmart version of it. So I went from paying $8 a pitcher to like $4 a pitcher. It tastes just the same. It tastes good. So it's like, all right.
Yeah, the cold brew is a concentrate, depending on what you do. Like when I make mine, I make it so it's not a concentrate, so I can just pour it straight out and not kill myself.
No, I make mine concentrate. I don't add the extra water at the end because then I add almond milk. I add almond milk to mine. So.
See, I have to drink mine black, but I tried the cold brew and I have to have hot coffee. I know it's not the best for me, but I have to. Even if it's 500 degrees outside, I'll be sitting out there sweating to death drinking my hot coffee.
Oh, I can't. Oh, God, no. It's like I can't drink I can't have soup in summer either.
I can't do that.
Because I'll eat a hot meal. I'll eat a hot meal in the summer and it's fine. But there's something about hot soup that's just like, and I'm already, I'm already like, hot all the time these days.
The flashes are real.
So no, thank you.
I did my Nectar.
Okay, we're gonna use Tuscan Red.
I think I have that one out. I do.
Okay.
It was in the list, so I have it.
Okay, good. So basically, it's just
Just on the
Just on the inside and bring it out just really lightly. It's going to be darkest on the inner part of the lip
Okay.
and just blend it out into everything else.
Might have to add more white at the end of this. I don't think I did enough, but we'll see. How far down do you bring it?
Kind of halfway, I guess.
Okay. And then do you go from the bottom too, or is this just coming from the inside of the lip?
It just depends on the page. I think in this case, we'll do it down at the bottom as well. But really lightly. Like you don't want to, like inside the lip, you have it, it's like obviously darker. Down low, I think we want just for the color, just to bring some of that rosy color down. So the area on the bottom lip that's underneath the top lip is always, it's going to be darker because it's kind of in shadow.
Okay.
And I'm kind of feeling like I made my line of white too bright. So I'm going to go over that a little bit.
And then is this going on the top lip too? Same thing?
Yep. And it's going to be darker at the bottom than it is on the top. And you can completely change the way the mouth looks just by what you do with the crease, with these little crease lines. Not crease lines. You know, the little smile lines, you can kind of bring those up more if you want to give her a smirking, smiley look. She looks like the Joker on screen right now.
I know, that's what I was
Mine looks like the Joker. It's like, it doesn't look like that in person. Why does it look like that on screen?
Anytime I color lips, though, and I start to do the smile line out, I think of the Joker. Because I'm like, please don't look like this. Please don't look like this.
Well, it didn't go very far out, but it just...
But still, when you're coloring it and defining it, you're just like,
yeah.
I want you to look normal.
We're running out of time. I want to get the eyes done.
Just gonna add a little more nectar to mine real quick.
Yep. The combination of that peachy nectar and the red, Tuscan Red, I think is a really pretty combo.
See, now if I put on lipstick, my lips would not look like this.
Lipstick? What's that?
Well, first of all, yeah. What is that again? My daughter had me try on lip gloss the other day, and I was like, well, this just makes me look like an old lady wearing something a 20-year-old wears. Let's just not do this. It was too shiny, too sparkly, and it did not look good. It's like, I'm not going in public like this. But then again, I go in public in my PJs half the time when I'm like running an errand because I'm like, whatever. I'm in my car. No one's going to see me. Who cares?
So I just, while you were doing that, I just added a little bit more highlight
To her nose.
just so that I wasn't sitting here doing nothing.
And I'm sitting here just perfecting lips. That's the problem. If you give me the opportunity, I'm going to sit there for hours screwing with it. Like,
oh yeah,
it's just what I do.
All right, let's do eyes really quick.
Okay.
So I did not put these in the list of pencils, so you are going to need some grays.
Let me grab my case. Which grays do I need?
Well, I pulled out 30% cool and 70% cool, and also a 30% warm.
30. Where the heck is my? Let's see. My cools and warms got all mixed together. Okay, so you said 30% cool.
70% cool and 30% warm.
And then a 30% warm. Okay. I do have to sharpen those though. Was not prepared for the grays. I only use chapstick too, Rita. It's okay. Chapstick's the best. Okay. I swear I'm sharpened now. All right.
All right. Take your now that I told you to pull out your grays, take your nectar and put that in your in the corners.
Oh, like where that little, what's that thing called?
Yeah, I don't know. It's not a flurgan.
I don't know. That thing in your eyeball. It's like skin, not skin.
Yeah. And then I'm actually going to also use, if you have it, a little bit of mahogany red.
Yeah, I have that out somewhere. I know that was in your list. Hang on. It's around here somewhere. Okay, where are we putting that?
Just so use it to divide the nectar from where the white of the eyeball will be.
Okay.
All right. Now have to decide which one of these grays.
Tear duct.
Try.
It's a tear duct.
Tear duct. It is a tear duct. Thank you.
Anatomy 101.
Evelyn, yes, I did blend on the lips with a blender.
Oh, I skipped that step.
I don't always do that. It just depends on how my thing came out. Like, it just depends on how the lips turned out. If I look at it and go, oh, that needs to be blended or not. It just depends. So blend or not blend, it's up to you whether you want to or not.
I'll blend after stream. Okay, I'm trying to keep up with Coffee Lady here.
I'm debating on the two. I think maybe 30% warm.
Okay.
Okay, so that's going to go on the outer edges. And we'll use some white to blend that all together.
So just the outer edges of the
outer edges. We want to make the eyeball look round.
Gotcha.
Philtrum. Philtrum.
It's a philtrum.
Philtrum. Okay.
Learn something new every day.
Yes. And then we'll use the white.
The white for the white?
The white for the white, but we're just going to kind of use it to blend into the gray.
Alrighty.
So what color eyes do we want to do?
Ooh, that's so hard. I haven't done her hair.
I know, right?
You're making me choose.
Like for me, I'm thinking black, like dark hair.
Like a dark hair color?
Like a dark hair. So maybe green eyes. Want to do green eyes?
Yeah, we can do green.
Or we can ask everybody what they think. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Okay, real quick. What does everyone want? Green, blue, orange, brown? I mean, pick an eye color and type it. Watch, someone is going to say orange. Like, crap, I
Black
didn't.
hair and green eyes. Yes, that's what I was thinking too. Black hair and green eyes.
See, violet eyes. We have another green, another violet, green, 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 hazel, green. Why doesn't anybody ever do gray hair and blue eyes like mine? Oh, Rita.
Let's do green.
Green?
I vote for green.
Okay.
Yep. That's
Hang
my
on.
vote.
Gotta get my pencils. Ah! All right. What greens do we need?
Oh, I'm thinking pale sage and kelp green.
Okay.
And then I'll decide after that.
Kelp green, you said, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a pretty green. All right, let's put some
Emily, orange. No, Emily, bad.
put some pale sage in the bottom.
Okay.
So like the bottom
the part that's kind of
third. Yeah, it's kind of light. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that part.
Emily took us up on the orange. All right.
Use the kelp green.
And then what were we doing with the kelp? Just kind of drawing the lines?
Yeah, I'm not sure if I like the kelp green or not. So hang on a sec. Well, that happens, right? I mean, you start working and you're like, that might be too
much.
Too yellowy.
Let's see here.
I actually like the two mixed. So the kelp green is fine for up top, and then olive green.
Olive green. Hang on, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope that's not the one that's in the other room.
Or Prussian and olive, I think, are so close.
Let's see. No, I got olives. Oh my gosh, that was a long stretch down there. Okay. So, and you're using both kelp green and olive from the top and then going down?
Correct.
And you're doing the lines, right?
I am.
Oh, thanks for watching, Naomi. No worries at all. Thank you for coming.
Bye, Naomi.
Sorry, guys. I wish we could have chatted more. Maybe we'll do like a quick Q&A at the end for all the things we missed. It's just really hard to watch chat when I'm like trying to copy. Do you bring your lines also from the oh my gosh, what's the black thing in your eyeball?
The pupil?
Thank you. Yeah, that thing.
Do I bring them from the pupil?
Yeah, the pupil out, or are you just
from
going
the pupil out? Yeah, from the
Okay.
pupil out. And even you can do some lines on top of that pale sage.
Yeah, it's kind of what I was doing.
No, I'm gonna fill in my pupil right now.
Has anyone told you sound like Laura Rafferty? No, I haven't heard that one. Actually, that I haven't. Gonna have to go listen. Okay, I'm just kind of alternating between the two. Hopefully that's what you're doing, because that's what I'm doing.
Yes, yeah, you're good. You're good. I want to add some darker color around the outer edge, and I'm not sure if I want to use black.
You mean like around the eyeball?
I mean around the pupil.
Oh, around the pupil.
I want it to be darker around the pupil. So I'm using the kelp green around the pupil.
Let's see. I got my kelp green in my hand. That's not bad. I think the black would be a little too...
I know it's not bad. That's why I picked it. Okay, sorry. I had to be snarky. I had to get at least
give her
one
coffee and she
comment.
gets snarky. Goodness. I'm out here trying to do intricate work and you're making me laugh. Now she's going to have like one eye that looks a little off kilter, but whatever. The sass. Yes, Karen can be quite sassy. When she lets it out, as she just did.
I'm really very shy. I'm really a very shy person.
No one believes that right now.
I really am. It's easy to be less shy when you're not like actually in front of people, but when I'm in front of people, I clam up.
Oh, yeah.
I don't talk much at all.
I just sit there and I let my husband talk. He
Yep.
talks plenty. I'm like, you're good. All right, I think my eyes are good. What are we doing now?
I forgot to put some nectar on that waterline.
Oh, okay. Nectar. Guess that would help so she looks like she has some.
And maybe even a little bit of white, like for like a little shiny highlight kind of a thing.
Across the whole waterline or just
No, just like in little a couple of little dashes. And then I just realized that I completely failed to put any color on top of the eyelid. So
I was curious about that, but I didn't know if we were just going au naturel or what we were doing here.
No, well, we are going au naturel because I'm not doing like eyeshadow, but I didn't even put skin color on there. So,
so what should we use for that?
Yeah, I used peach.
Peach.
I used peach.
Where's my peach? All my colors.
And yes, Sherry, I know you can't see mine. I don't know what's going on, and I apologize. We'll post them together on Instagram. I'll send her a picture of mine, and Corey can post it on Instagram.
Hers really does have color.
See what it looks like.
Like mine's all bright and like washed out. I actually reinstalled my software today.
It's funny because when I see yours, it doesn't look washed out. I can see the color of the skin.
Really?
When I look at mine, her face looks like her face is the same color as the brown paper. Like all you can see is the green of the eyes and the lips. You can't see hardly any color on the skin, which is really bizarre, but it is what it is. So
it's Sunday. Technology is like, no, it's almost Monday. Leave me alone. All right.
Let's add some 70% cool gray.
I had that somewhere.
Yep.
Okay.
And that goes right under the lash line.
Okay. Just on the top?
On the top, right under the lash line, on top of the white. You won't see it much on top of the green, but that's that shadow that the eyelid casts.
Right. All right.
And now we can use our black and do some
eyelashes
and eyeliner and all that good stuff. I love my Farben black. I use it all the time. I use it more than I use probably any other black.
I'm using my Prisma because I can't cheat on it. Not on camera.
That's okay.
All of its friends are right here watching me. See, there's Karen's sharpener.
So eyelashes, I mean, she's kind of got them drawn in, but just really quick, and you know this, Corey. I know a lot of people know this, but in case you don't, so eyelashes do not do this.
The big old straight line thing.
Yeah. So eyelashes curve, and sometimes they this is a terrible drawing, but sometimes they clump.
Yeah, they overlap a little.
And overlap. So when you go to draw in your eyelashes, make sure that you're, making them curved. And depending on the angle of the eye and what you see, sometimes sometimes they come from underneath the lid and up, so that you've got kind of an uneven line. What am I trying to say? So it's not just totally straight, like they come from underneath and curve around. But you don't always see that because sometimes the eyeliner kind of covers that up. And a really sharp pencil.
Yeah, so I had to sharpen mine.
And they change direction. Like they might also, they're going to go this way from this side of the eye. And then the smaller ones, yeah.
I get really hyper focused when I'm doing this. Getting those teeny tiny little lines. Hopefully Nightbot is working and not spamming. I haven't really been able to look in chat and monitor if Nightbot is behaving.
I've seen Nightbot quite a bit. There's one, boom, boom, boom. Yeah, it's spamming, I think.
Bad Nightbot, bad. We had a discussion about this. Well, last week Nightbot was not working at all. It's like, I don't recognize your command. Like, but it's there. Recognize it.
So I'm feeling like there's still a lot of work that I want to do. I thought to myself, oh, we'll get this all done in 2 hours. No problem.
No, there's probably a few more layers to do.
But I'm looking at it and like her nose still totally needs work.
That's the problem with skin. You have to like walk away and then give it a minute and then come back and like adjust it and then,
Yeah, and
around.
You and me are the same. We can sit here and adjust and fiddle for ages. Like just keep going and going and going.
See, postmodernism. Oh, how do you say your name? I really don't want to screw it up. I like it though.
I think it's cyber. Isn't it postmodern cyberpunk?
There we go. Thank you. The words are blending. Oh, you're using the white Spring Hill. So the white Spring Hill is toothier than what we're using too. So keep that in mind. This Nina Desert Storm is. Thanks, guys. The Nina Desert Storm is like super, super silky smooth paper. So yeah, if you're using Spring Hill, that's a little toothier.
But isn't it amazing how many layers you can get with it? With this
yeah,
Nina? Even though it's super smooth, it's like, God, you can still get so many layers on it.
I know, because I did a picture the other day and I was at like 7 or 8 layers, and it could have taken more, but then that was where I hit my patience. So I was like, whatever, she's done. But no,
I'm just adding more of the Sienna Brown to mine.
Blending out her lips so they're not so harsh.
I want to put some eyebrows in her so that she doesn't look freaky weird anymore.
I gotta wait till I do the hair.
Well, I'm pretty sure I'm going to do dark hair, so I'm going to go ahead and do.
Are you going to do like a dark brown?
I'm probably going to do black.
Black? Possibly.
So that the roses just really, pop.
I'm thinking if I did a black, it'd be fun to do some pink highlights in her hair. Make her fun and funky. Where is my brush? Oh, it's across the room. One thing I forgot to grab.
Brush mush. Use your hand.
I tend to use my hand, but
That's
then I'll get those
Don't write
people.
don't write me letters now, folks.
Yeah. You'll get those messages.
Don't write me letters.
Here people are like, "What did you do? You're not supposed to
Oh,
do that." I'm like,
I know.
but Karen
Do as
said
I
to.
do as I say and not as I do. That's
I tell people that a lot. I'm like, "So I'm doing it this way, but the correct way is actually this way,"
right.
in case you're curious.
You know what? Here, this I've said this before, and I really think this is true. I think a lot of it has to do with climate, because I never get smudges. Like when I use my hand and brush off, I never get smudges. I feel like I don't get wax bloom either.
I
And
don't
I'm
get a lot
wondering
either.
if it's just the dry climate. It's not humid, so the pencils aren't like gummy. Emily, I'm
Emily's
so
fainted. And Emily's down.
sorry.
Look what you did. Down she
Oh
goes.
dear. Yeah, so there's still a lot. I think I could probably mess with this for another hour at least.
My Pete go. That's the problem. It's kind of like when I do my hair tutorials. I'll do them and say, "Okay, guys, but I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm turning the camera off, and I'm probably gonna sit here and fiddle with this thing for like a few hours." So
Yep, yep,
when you
yep.
see my Instagram picture, you're gonna be like, "Wait, that wasn't there,"
That's not what it looks like.
but it's because you can't just leave me alone with hair. I just start going, "You know what? I should head here, and oh, you know what? There," and then before you know it, it's like, "Sorry." It looked like that when I left, I swear.
Oh yeah.
I can't help
The hard thing
myself.
for me is when I'm doing a multiple, and most of my videos are multiple steps because I usually do like full on real time coloring stuff. And the
Right.
problem is, I'll finish doing it, right? I'll do the video and I'll be done and I'll be ready to just, turn off the camera and like, okay, I'm going to come back and film some more later. And then I just can't not mess with it. And I'm not on camera and I'm like, oh, it needs a little bit of this here and a little bit of that there. And then before I know it, it's like, crap, I didn't film any of that. And I have to tell people now
Get
what
cliff
to
notes.
do. Yeah, it's just
Okay,
because
guys.
I'll
Well, since we're near the end and we missed like all of your chat, um, while Karen and I are sitting here just kind of
fiddling.
adding, how about if there was any questions you guys had posted before that we missed? Because I'm pretty sure my mods were awesome and capitalized them, and I didn't see them because I was seriously focusing. But yeah, go ahead and ask questions to me or Karen, and we'll answer them. So go ahead and get your questions in, and I will be watching the chat so I can get those before we call it good for the day. Yeah, Tammy, you fiddle with yours. That's my problem. I'm like, oh, sorry.
It's just sitting there on my desk, all lonely, and it wants some love. And I'll get up and I'll make dinner or I'll do whatever, and then I come back in and I sit down and look at it. I see all these things that I want to fix, and I can't wait.
Okay, so
I can't
Erica
wait.
wants to know, how often do you color portraits without grayscale? You go
I,
first, Karen.
I almost never color portraits without grayscale, and here's why. When I first started coloring, the thing that frustrated me about straight line art was how harsh the lines are in most. I'm not going to say all, but or a lot of the line art. The lines are really harsh, and I liked a softer look so that I could get it to be a little bit more realistic. So I started coloring grayscale because of that, because it seemed like the grayscale images had smoother transitions between everything. And so that's when I started coloring grayscale, because I liked how the finished product looked in the end. It didn't look as much like a coloring book page. And I never quit. I just like loved to do grayscale, and that's kind of, those are the ones that I'm attracted to. So those are the ones I color.
Yeah, and I really don't do one that's not grayscale because when I was first learning to do portraits, I kind of relied on the grayscale to help me a little with what I was doing. And then I tried doing a portrait without if you're coloring in Hannah Carlson where there's a portrait but zero grayscale and just all flat, no nose, anything, I'm like, ah! So I just like the way grayscale looks though. Most of the artwork or the artists that do the grayscale just do such a awesome job. It just
Yeah.
begs to be colored.
Yeah, I agree.
Postmodern cyberpunk. Is there going to be a part 2? Well, if we can fix Karen. Oh, it's clear again, Karen.
Is it? I don't know. It looks blurry.
Oh wait, it just went.
blurry.
It was clear for a second. I don't know if
Dee Dee, thank you so much, honey. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you enjoyed it.
I don't know if
Paul,
we'll do part 2.
The greens that we used for the eyes were kelp green, olive green, and pale sage.
Yes.
And then Emily asked if I ever did a portrait coloring other colors like blue, green, or purple. You mean the skin, Emily? Like having the skin be blue, green, or purple?
Oh, Evelyn wants to write you an angry letter about your using the hand comment.
Oh, Jesus. It was bound to happen. It was bound to happen. No, Emily, I have never colored skin in blue, green, or purple. I think I would be terrible at that because I've always kind of really liked to do. I've kind of always been a realism artist as opposed to fantasy stuff. Even though I like coloring fantasy artwork, I always tend to color them with realism, and that could just be because I'm too chicken to try coloring skin with other colors. I just wouldn't know how to do it. That would be a good challenge to see if you could color a realistic skin tone
using a fantasy,
but doing it green, like, and have it look like real skin would be if skin was ever really green.
Let's see. I saw a question. Karen wanted to know, a different Karen, not the Karen here. Karen wanted to know if we've used the new Caran d'Ache blender. Is there a new one?
A new one?
This is the only one I know of.
I know, me too.
So am I out of the loop?
Gonna have to do a Google search after we get off screen.
So clearly, if there's a new one outside of this, we have not. Let's see.
Oh, Emily, I bet that's beautiful. I think that would be really cool. No, I just haven't done it. There's so many coloring pages to do, right? There's just so many choices, and sometimes I think that we get we stay in our comfort zone. So I probably have just stayed in my comfort zone and haven't tried doing.
Let's see. Corey's girl said she didn't have a question, but she thought it was cool how Karen's picture looks like a lady in the 20s and mine looks like she would be your modern day relative. That's cute.
It's always amazing to me how two people can color the same exact page and it looks completely different.
Well, because even if you're following someone's tutorial, your own style is gonna pop in there.
Yes.
Let's see.
I just wish that it actually showed on screen the way it really looks in person, because it's not. It doesn't look anything like on screen. Even to you, Corey, what I'm seeing, she looks completely like washed out and tan, like she's got no color on her skin. So
yeah, it's gotta be something with the
center is blender and the outside is wood.
I don't think
I would like that. I don't think I would like. That's what I like about the full blender, is that it's just completely.
Unless they have like a different formula, because I mean, all the other blenders are the wood with the blender in the middle.
I can't imagine them making this one any better.
Yeah.
I just feel like this is just.
I buy this in bulk. Because I'm like, it works for everything.
Yes, it does.
Let's see. I was gonna see. Rita wants to know if you, Karen, use the blender on all of your work.
Almost all of it. sometimes I use the Prisma blender. Like if I'm doing something, for example, if I was doing this leaf and I wanted to get a little tiny area blended or something, I would use the Prismacolor blender because I can get it to be so sharp, as opposed to this one, which seems to be a lot better for doing
overall
big areas. Yeah, big areas.
Wait, what's $45 on Amazon? Please don't tell me it's that blender.
I know, right?
Because that's
well, I'll
not.
pass.
I could buy like a lot of these for that. Ooh. Oh, the paper is expensive. So okay, about this paper.
Yep.
So Karen is at fault for this paper. Karen was using this, and I like really smooth paper, and so that's how I kind of found Karen's channel, because she was like me and was like, "Oh, tooth, no." So she was using this, and it's a huge package of paper. It is expensive, but like I bought it. I think I paid like $45 for the pack. I can't remember, but I haven't even dented that thing, and I've done tons of pages. So I mean, yeah, sticker shock. You can get a smaller package for cheaper, but in the long run, it's cheap.
It's a lot more expensive.
Yeah, it's more expensive per page.
I did the math, and like a lot of people use the Strathmore toned tan paper to do their pages.
Yeah,
it's cheap. This is actually cheaper than that is per page,
and it's smooth.
And it's smooth. Yeah,
and you can still layer on it despite what people tell you.
Yep, $250. That's right, Melissa.
Yeah, it's a big pack. I mean, like, seriously, I use it all the time and I don't even dent it. No, she's talking about the paper. $45 for the paper, not the blender.
Grandma Reese, I use this Caran d'Ache blender on every single brand of pencil that I used.
Same.
And it works great.
It works really good on the like pro colors, because pro colors are just Let's see.
Corey, are you going to continue to color this page on your own, with your own video or your own stream or whatever? Are you going to?
Yeah, I might, if you guys want me to. I don't mind doing that. I can finish it up on camera. If not, I'll just be sitting on the couch after my 3-hour car ride coloring. But if you guys want to see like me color it, I definitely can do so. I don't mind. You guys tell me.
Look washed out. She looks very soft, and the lines are so much softer.
Huh?
Because the camera. I'm reading. I'm sorry. I shouldn't read out loud. I was reading Grandma. I was reading Sherry's comment, and I was reading it out loud, which is really annoying. So I'm sorry about that. I will read it to myself. And then
I thought you were like talking to. I was like, "Are you talking to your husband? What's going on here?" Let's see.
Oh, okay. I see. Yeah, I can see that. I can see how that would be. For a newbie, can you use any pencil for a portrait?
Technically, yes, but not. It won't be easy.
Correct. So here's my advice for newbies, and I'm gonna get letters. I know I am.
Should we just post your email now? Just yell here.
If you're not sure if you want to be doing coloring, and if you're not sure about it, then I can totally understand spending as little money on pencils to try it out and see if you like it as possible. But if you're pretty sure that you are going to enjoy and love making art with colored pencils, I would buy the best set of pencils that you can afford. Prismacolors, for the money, in my opinion, are the best pencils for a newbie to start with, because they're the least expensive of all the brands.
But they're still not bad. I guess they have a bad rap, but they're not.
They do. I know, and I feel I wish I could change that, and you know, it is what it is. But I love them. A lot of people start with polychromos. They're a whole different kettle of fish, right? Don't you think polys are so different? I mean,
I went from Prisma to polys, and that was polys are harder. They require a lot of layering. If you're not
Right.
used to all of that, you're going to get really frustrated. That said, I
Right.
know a lot of people that started with polys and loved them. So,
Yes. And I love my polys now. I use them on the drafting film, and I love them for the drafting film. So yeah,
yeah, it's kind of one of
but
those
it's all
things.
about good pencils because I've tried. Like I bought some. Don't yell at me. I bought some. I bought some.
Here's
Um,
Karen's email.
what are those? What is that brand of pencil?
Castle art.
Castle Art.
Yeah.
Thank you. I bought some Castle Arts, and I hated them from the second that I put pencil to paper. I swatched 10 of them and I went, yep, nope, I'm done. And I sent them back. I just did not like them. Artesas are not a bad budget friendly pencil. I started with
Yeah.
Artesas, but I quickly went to Prismacolors, and now I hardly ever use my Artesas. They're just sitting there being
My only thing with Artesas
neglected.
is they just don't have the same color range, and they smell like a crayon to me.
Ah,
If you sit there and use them long enough, you get
okay.
that crayon odor.
I never noticed
I
that.
was doing hair with them the other day, and I had to stop because the crayon smell was real.
Oh, I
I
never
was like,
noticed that.
it's like, oh,
Interesting.
you know how like when crayons
Interesting.
get warm, they have that scent. I don't know,
Yeah.
but it
Yeah.
was. I mean, but they're not a bad pencil. I mean, I have the
But
old set.
again, it goes back to buy the best
Yeah,
one that you can afford, because
I
you're
mean,
going to be less frustrated as you start to learn, when you have a pencil that lays down a good amount of pigment to start with, as opposed to one that you're just battling with trying to get the pigment down off the, out of the pencil. So,
like my son had to
which
get pencils for his art class in junior high, and I sent him with Prismacolors.
nice.
Everyone else was
Well,
fun.
they're like, I love that you can buy them open stock. You can't buy
Yeah.
other budget friendly pencils open stock. And when you buy them from Dick Blick, like it's 6 at a time, they're like $1.12 a
Yeah,
pencil.
it's
Like how,
$1.12. And you
you
can
can't
mix and
beat that.
match. You don't have to buy
Right.
6 of the same color. It's just 6 Prismacolors is all they care about.
Right. Right.
But yeah, I like my Prismas. I actually call Prisma a budget pencil, and people are like, "No, they're not." I'm like, "But they kinda are."
They
Like, if you
kind of
ok
are.
alright, let's whip out the luminance, and then let's talk
Right.
budget. Like, I go using that luminance, and every time I sharpen, I'm like, "Ah, ah, ah, ah."
Yeah. Lisa,
But
you got to use the pencils that you like. You can be a weirdo. It's all right. If if you like working on Amazon paper and you like working with Castle Arts and Arteza, yay! Then you found a good combination that works for you, and that's awesome.
and
Because
everyone's
really,
different, so
right?
it's not, just because someone says they don't like a pencil doesn't mean you won't like it.
Correct.
Like, everyone should try a pencil. Even when I say I don't like a pencil, I still tell people to try it. Like, I don't like Holbeins, but I actually sent a gift of Holbeins to someone not too long ago,
What a
becau
fantastic gift! Oh my God, Corey!
well,
Wow, that's awesome.
it was because it was a good friend of mine, but it was because they weren't going to try Holbeins, and I was like, "No, I want you to try them. Just because I don't like them, don't try,
Right.
don't
Right.
not try them." So I just don't like Holbeins. Me and Holbeins aren't friends, but
And I think that's interesting because we're pretty similar in what we like as far as pencils go. And to me, Holbeins are so similar to Prismas.
not for me. But
Oh,
that's
that's just so
that's
interesting.
but that's what makes it funny. Like, so you can still have the same coloring style
Yep.
as someone, but still have a difference in opinion on pencils. That's why I sent them to my friend because we color a lot alike too. And I was like, well, you still got to try these. So I still tell people to go buy Holbeins if they want to pay that much. Disclaimer.
Right. Right. I
And
got I got lucky and bought mine secondhand from somebody here in the States who had bought them, tried them, and didn't like them. So
yeah,
she
that's
sold them at
probably
a
the best way.
discounted rate, and they were like new. So I was quite happy about that because I wouldn't have spent the full price on them
Sherry,
if those
Holbeins are
hadn't
what
come up.
Prismas wish they could be. Oh Oh, my Prismas heard that. They're right here listening. I mean, I still have my Holbeins, and I still am gonna use them because, gosh darn it, I'm not being defeated by a pencil. I got my limits, okay? But if you ask me which I'm gonna pull out, it's gonna be like, well, Prisma. I don't know. Rita, hair. I don't know. I like Karen's idea of black, but I might mix in some other colors in it or something. I don't know. I gotta sit and mull over it, stare at her skin.
Corey, do you know anything about the Lyra Rembrandt polycolor pencils? I don't. I don't
haven't
have
ever
them.
used them. They're
No,
on
me
my
neither.
list to try, but I haven't gotten around to it. I've watched reviews and I've heard mixed things. But without using it myself, I can't say.
I'm
really
done buying pencils. I'm not
my
buying
gosh,
any more
Emily,
pencils.
orange hair. Emily really wants that orange. Erica says she has a few of them and likes them. Yeah, I haven't tried them yet. I do want to. It's just, my gosh, the list goes on.
I'm waiting for you to break out your pastel pencils.
I did use them. The Pastellos?
No. Your pit pastels
my pit
that you bought. That you told me that you haven't even opened the box yet.
Okay, but look, I did. I swatched them.
Them. What did you swatch them on? What paper is that? What is that paper?
This is that Spring Hill toothy stuff, but I didn't. Oh. I wanted to put it on something that had a little bit of grip so it could,
Yeah.
And then I sprayed it so that it's not going to smear anywhere. So see, woohoo! But
did you find that the color changed
when I sprayed it? No, it stayed the same.
But typically, almost every pastel artist that I follow says that when you spray pastels with fixative, it changes the color.
Maybe they're using the wrong one then.
I was just curious.
I use the Grumbacher, the one specifically for pastels.
For pastels, right?
And then there's a few of those. I follow the instructions. Where light spray, walk away, come back 3 hours later. So it could be that they're just going,
I doubt it because these are like professional pastel artists. These are not.
But I didn't get any color changes. They stayed the same.
Well, that's cool. That's good to know. Maybe I'll look into that particular fixative and see.
Yeah, I did make sure to get one for pastels because I did not want to screw with that. Let's see. Polychromos are expensive. They are, but they're a beautiful pencil. I'm not gonna lie to you.
They are.
Let's see.
And I think it also depends on what country you're in. Like, Prismas are more expensive in England than polychromos are. So that's why a lot of people in England use polychromos and not Prismacolor because they're cheaper for them, but they're more expensive here. So I think it just kind of depends on where you are too.
Let's see. Paul said, Karen, what did you say? Unopened pencils? Yeah, that was my fault.
I've tried so many times to not open something so I could do like a cool unboxing portrait or not portrait, unboxing video. No, forget it. I can't. That thing walks in the door and the scissors are in my hand cutting it open from the second that it comes into my house.
So those pit pastels, right? I got them because it was between that and the Pablos. I got them. I opened them to smell them. Karen understands. And I was like, oh, these are so pretty. I can't wait to swatch. And then 3 weeks go by and I'm like, oh my God.
I cannot. You said that to me and I'm like, what? What?
It was a really, really busy couple of weeks. Okay. Erica wants to know how long you've been doing portraits, Karen.
How long have I been doing adult coloring? 2 years, a little over 2 years. It was 2 years in over the summer. Earlier in the summer, I started in 2 years ago. So that's how long. And it's funny because before I started doing coloring, I never, ever, ever thought that I would ever be able to do a portrait. And my first portrait was so bad and so flat, just flat, like that. It was awful. And I was determined. Oh no, it was. No, it was. It had no contouring, no shape, no nothing. And then I watched Chris Chang. I watched a video from
Oh,
Chris
yeah.
Chang, and I was like, OMG, I'm going to learn how to do that. And that was it. I set out to learn how to do portraits, and it's all I wanted to do until I started doing animals. Um, I don't, honey, postmodern cyberpunk. I don't know what your name is. You have to forgive me. I'm terrible with remembering names. No, I did not draw before I colored, and I will still say I cannot draw. I will still, I
He
swear, I will
lies.
swear to that. I cannot draw, but I can color. So when I started doing the pet portraits and the I started and anything other than a portrait where I'm doing my own artwork. Um, if you can get the basic shape down on the page to where you know what your proportions are and where everything is supposed to be, then it's basically just like I start coloring. I mean, I I think coloring for the last 2 years is what trained me and taught me how to do my own art, which I never in a gazillion years would have thought that I would have been able to do 2 years, before I started coloring. So yeah, it's just coloring a page, but you're coloring your own sketch that you get down on the paper, and you can get that down however you want. You can get it down with um, the grid method or a projector or um, tracing paper or whatever, and then once you kind of know what the shapes are, you just start coloring them.
I did
So.
see it, Evelyn. Thank you, Evelyn. You're so sweet. Let's see. No, Rita, I am going to open it. So I got your package, Rita. It came, well, I don't know if it came yesterday or the day before. My son and daughter are on mail duty, and they're really good about just throwing anything that looks like a package in my office because they just assume it's for me because, well, Amazon is usually here for me, but they just like tossed a pile and it turned like most of it was back to school stuff. And so I was like, oh, okay, I'll look through that in a minute. And I found it today and I'm like, when did this come? And my son goes, I have no idea. Like, oh gosh. So I'm going to open it on camera later today and film it because I want to do that because she sent me a junk journal and I want you
Oh,
guys to
cool.
see these junk journals she makes, but I want to unbox it on camera because I know it's going to be glorious. So I'm sitting here like really badly wanting to break out my thing to open it. And I'm like, but I actually have to go drive my son to his dad's, and that's going to be a 3-hour car adventure. Gosh, dang this black on this peach. Yeah. All right, that's going back to Blick. But yeah, so we'll probably have to wrap up this stream because I do have to go get all the kids in the car and endure that glorious drive. I am going to stop for a pumpkin spice latte on the way.
Nice.
But
hey, don't forget to put your little black holes in.
Oh, in her nose. Her black holes. I'll add that right now because I will totally forget. And then she'll look all funny. The endless nostril.
Yes.
But yeah, guys, thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us. And I do appreciate you guys and your patience with all our tech issues today. Oh, it's clear now on StreamYard.
It's clear on YouTube too. I was like, yay!
Well, at least everyone can see what it looks like at the end. Freaking technology is all I gotta say. But well, at least you're gonna get a glimpse of what Karen's looked like this entire time, and
sort
so
of.
that works.
Sort of like
But yeah, I saw a few of you guys want to see it colored on camera, so I don't mind doing that and whatnot, and I'll put something in my community tab to follow up with you guys because it was pretty crazy today, and I know we missed a whole bunch, but thank you guys so much, and a big thank you
guys.
to Karen.
This was fun. Oh, it was my pleasure. I knew it would be fun. I knew doing it with you would be awesome. So you made it very easy. Thank you.
Yes, and I hope if anyone colored along, please tag myself and Karen on Instagram if you did color and show us, because I'd love to see it. Or if you watch us on replay, and it'd be fun to see what you guys came up with. But yes, thank you everyone so
Thank
much
you,
for being
everybody.
here. Take
It
care,
was
guys.
fun.
Bye.
Corey, have a safe drive.
Oh yes, long drive.
Bye.
All right, bye guys.